why I chose the mobile notary business over a 9 to 5, and I will never, 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 never look back. And I never have. This is what I did. This is how I got there. And this is the freedom that it's allowed me to have. If you don't know, my name is Knowledge, 7-figure entrepreneur. I've been in the mobile notary space for going on 8 years. It's about like 7 and some change right now. And after I actually started taking the business seriously, I really started making huge progress, and I was very, very fortunate enough to actually start making income. So I would say the very first thing that it's like allowed me to have right now is the freedom and flexibility. So one of the last jobs I had, I was working in IT because I come from an IT computer science background, and the job wasn't bad. I'm not gonna say I hated it, you know what I'm saying? But I was going to work, coming home. Actually, I was going to work, doing minimal work. So it wasn't even a lot of work that I was doing. Came home, I was mentally tired for whatever reason because I wasn't even doing that much work. Cook dinner, lay in bed, go to sleep, wake up, go back to work, and the cycle just repeated. So I was just like, yo, what am I doing with my life right now? Like, this is boring. Did I go to college for this? I went to college to live this life? Like, pass. I'd rather do a little bit more work and be able to live and have my own freedom and flexibility. And that's one thing that the mobile notary life has allowed me to do. That goes into my first point. It gave me the freedom. It gave me the freedom and the flexibility to work when I want, where I want, with who I want, however I want to. Off rip. That alone has made it more worth it than anything else, and it gave me more money. But we'll get to that point. The freedom and the flexibility to not have to rely, think about, and worry about a boss, an actual boss, that has been amazing for me. That has been amazing. I don't have to answer to anybody. Honestly, I will say though, who you do have to answer to is the clients, because you're the one providing them a service. So in a way, they're the ones that become your boss. But having a client as your boss, air quotes, and having a boss as your boss, it's two completely different things. It's not even similar. If I had to choose, I'm choosing it over and over again. Next up, I had higher earning potential. Higher earning potential. Sorry in advance for my handwriting. I'm always on a laptop. I just have bad handwriting. Higher earning potential. I was able to make more money because, unlike a job where you get paid what you get paid and you have to rely on your boss to give you a raise, maybe like 1% a year or whatever that may be, I was able to change my prices at the snap of a finger. So if I wanted to make more money starting today, all I have to do is go from $50 to $55 per client. And now I'm making $5 more per client. It was that easy. Snap of a finger. I can make more, and I can do it in a less amount of time, doing less work, but providing a great service and still providing a great experience for the customer. So you're able to earn more money working for yourself, having flexibility and freedom. You just need to get the ball rolling, and you need to understand how to do it, which is a story for another day. But these are the reasons why I chose to do it, because I was able to earn more, and I didn't have to be stuck at the workhouse. Didn't have to be stuck at work doing it, which was annoying, because I'm like, bro, I'm just sitting here in this chair. I feel like I'm withering my life away. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just literally sitting here. You could pay a robot to do this. But it gave me that control over the time. Because like I was saying, me having to sit there, I felt like I was just wasting my time. It's like, I'm not even complaining and saying that the job was hard. Oh my gosh, I was stressing. But I was just doing nothing. I was wasting time. And I've always been the type of person to believe that money is more valuable than time, because you can always get back more money, but you can't get back more time. So if I'm wasting my time just sitting down, what am I doing? Is this what my life is? Is this what I was born to just work and die? That's it? No, I want to be able to control my time. I want to work when I want to work. I want to make money when I want to make money. I want to make as much as I can, and I want to move on to the next thing. But I'm not trying to just sit here and do nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. To put it into no in better terms, no office politics. I've never, like, if you guys see me and you hear me speaking, I kind of just, I like to speak freely. I might be a little bit rough around the edges, but I give you the truth. I give you what you need to hear, and I make it straightforward and to the point. The whole office politics, community corporate speech BS. I'm not trying to deal with that. What? That stuff is just like petty to me. Like, I'm not trying to have to deal with, oh, don't talk to this so-and-so's person came in 2 minutes late. Oh, I'm going to tell the boss about him. Oh, he eats his chips so loudly and he leaves this in the break room. What? What kind of, I don't want to deal with that. Bro, I'm a lot more, I'm serious and I can get down to work when I want to get down to work. But to deal with like the petty little office politics, I don't got time for that. What kind of life is that to live? I'm not trying to do that. If you enjoy doing that, cool, but I'm good. And not being at that job gave me the opportunity to make endless networking opportunities. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if I told you guys, this says opportunities, by the way. I just don't feel like, cleaning that up. Being in this business, before I got into it, I was going to go to law school, right? To be an estate planning attorney. That's why, long story short, I do a lot of estate planning documents because that's the ones that I fell in love with. And when I started doing more jobs and I started working with more attorney offices, I started making more and more connections with lawyers, and then more and more connections with title companies, then more and more connections with regular attorney offices that weren't even estate planning. The network that I was able to make was huge. And then all the other random people that I started doing jobs for, once you do a good job with them, you now have direct contact to all these people. So your network naturally expands, and the clientele that you're getting expands as well. So now you're doing more business with other business people. They know your name, they know your credibility. And I found mentors doing this. One of my mentors is a full-time trader. Now he does full-time real estate. He was a full-time day trader. I found him. I went to his mansion. I can't say his name. He'll probably kill me. I went to his mansion. I saw he was reading a book and doing paperwork. I helped him notarize some stuff. I did his job completely for free because I just wanted to learn from him. And till this day, I still check up on him. I still check up on him to today, make sure he's good. But I wouldn't have made those opportunities had I not have been doing this business, because there was no way that I would have been all the way over there into his neighborhood, meeting him, learning from him, and just establishing a genuine, nice connection, seeing his beautiful family, just having that network. So shout out to one of my mentors out there. Glad to see you're doing well. Anyways, going on to the next one. Not only did it give me those endless networking opportunities, it gave me more so of that personal fulfillment. You remember how I was saying, like, I was in the office and I was just sitting there like, I'm not even mad that the work is hard or anything like that. I was more so just annoyed that I'm not doing anything. And what that really was just fulfillment. I just wasn't fulfilled. And usually I would hear people talking about, oh, I don't feel fulfilled. And I was like, man, that's BS. Just give me the money. Until I was making the money and I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting in front of 3 screens with my little IT tech stuff on, fixing people's computers like, oh, it needs to be powered on. Just all you gotta do is turn it on. BS. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? This is what I do for a living? I turn computers on for people that don't realize that it's plugged in. I get no fulfillment for that. Now I get fulfillment because I get to work for myself, own boss, work when I want to, make as much money as I can. The amount of money I make is directly in control of the amount of effort and the amount of knowledge that I have, no pun intended. And I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm meeting new people. I'm coming up with new strategies. I get more so, it's hard to explain, but it's like you have more so a fulfillment over your life. You feel more complete. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It doesn't sound like too like hanky-panky. And another reason why I loved the notary business was the low startup cost. When I was talking in my other videos, I explained that you don't need to have all the money in the world to start this business up. You can start it off with less than $500. If you don't have a way to get less than $500, you might be in the wrong business or wrong job or whatever it may be. But I'm like, oh, okay, this business was easy, cheap to start up, and I can start this up ASAP. But you just have to put the effort in. You got to actually want to succeed. And when you actually want to succeed, then you'll start getting some results. So low startup costs, super. And like I was saying in the other ones, I'll write it here again. It was scalable. Once I got better, once I learned more strategies, I'm like, oh, the roof is limitless. Even nowadays, even me now in the business for X amount of years, going on 8 years, I'm still learning like, whoa, there's a lot of money that could be made in this. So when I first got into notary business, don't get me wrong, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a millionaire from doing notarizations. But as time went on, I started to realize like, oh, you can actually make millions from the notary industry, period. And I was like, oh, I just got into this business to make money, period. Like, I just wanted to have some freedom. But then when I actually started like learning more, I'm like, oh, you can make millions from this business. Don't be confused. Don't think like, oh, I'm just stamping papers. There's so many angles, so many verticals within this business. You just have to know what you're doing. So the scalability of it is limitless, because this is a need-based business that's been around forever. I got a piece of lint flying in the air. And then last but not least is that work-life balance. Because I get to work from the house, look at me right now. I'm at home making videos for you guys, knocking out notarizations every now and then. The work-life balance is a lot better. I'm not a person that's big on, oh, I have to have balance, namaste, in my life. But having more work-life balance, I appreciate it. Now I'm like, okay, it's not one of those things where, you remember how in the beginning of the video I was telling you guys, I work, came home, ate, showered, sleep, wake up, went back to work. That's no offense. That's not the life that I wanted to live. But now I can work. Then I got a day I could just relax if I just want to relax. Or if I want to work hard, I can work hard for a week and then relax for a week. Yo, I would be willing to pay so much to just have gotten to this state a lot faster. And I wish I would have just listened and paid for courses a lot faster. But yeah, this is why I choose the mobile notary life over a 9-to-5, and I've never looked back since. I'm just blessed, thank God, that I've made it to this point. I'm able to sustain myself. I'm able to provide for my family, even my future family. Just being able to just be here now, super thankful, because it took a long time to get here. I just wish I got here earlier, but everything happens within its time, and now I'm showing you guys how to do this as well. But anyways, if you need help, one-on-ones, you want me to walk you through the process, how to get to your first 2 to 5K. Plus, in the mobile notary business, book a call down below. Chop it up with me. No pressure. If you want to hop on, let's work together, you can. If not, I'm not sweating it. I just know how I feel now, and I'm glad that I'm here. And then also, if you need something free, go ahead down below. There is a free mobile notary startup kit you can download. It'll help you get started. Give you like the top 10 things that top 10 mistakes people make, and it'll give you other tools as well. And there's also a mobile notary mastery bundle, very inexpensive for you guys. Try to make it as cheap as possible. You can get that. It'll explain to you guys, it'll give you guys all the tools you need to get started, such as a phone script that you can use to answer the phone, which helps out a lot. I still use that script now. It gives you an email template. You can send it out to different businesses so you can get business from them. And then it also gives you a list of 300 signing services that you can use to sign up with and have business coming on their back end. Get that stuff. It's in a bundle. You'll enjoy it. Let me know how you like it. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Peace, love, and your boy Knowledge is out.